Washita Sports Digital Network. We are here live from the campus of Washita. We are happy to see you here in Bill Vining Arena. Welcome back to the Washita Sports Digital Network. Here for some women's basketball action here on a lovely Monday night here on the campus of Washita Baptist University. I am Isaac Bourne, joined by Phil Bird, and we are excited to have you guys here with us as the Washita Lady Tigers host the Christian Brothers Lady Buccaneers. And Phil, we have an interesting situation here that you don't typically see in college basketball too much, which is a doubleheader, not a doubleheader, but 2 games in a row against the same team. Last time out, both of these teams faced each other in Memphis on the campus of CBU, where Washita was victorious in Memphis. So, Phil, looking into this one, how do you expect CBU to respond to that loss earlier just a couple days ago?
Well, what we saw from the Lady Buccaneers in that matchup was that Washita forced them into some shots that they shouldn't have taken, some unfortunate shots. They limited their shot selection to very shots that weren't favorable to them at all. They shot 26% from the field that game, 21.1% from 3. So overall, we saw the entire night the Lady Buccaneers were not able to shoot. We had great defense. This Tigers team had great defense. They managed to force them into unfortunate situations, and then they also outscored them in the paint. So really, all around the arena, they saw favorable circumstances there.
And now turning it over to the intercom system as we see the national anthem and the starting lineups introduced by Dr. Casey Model.
Introducing the starting lineup for the Christian Brothers University Lady Buccaneers. Shooting guard from Memphis, Tennessee, number 1, Lamani Owens. Senior guard from Toledo, Ohio, number 14, Chloe Crawford. Junior forward from Biloxi, Mississippi, number 21, Valencia McFall. Graduate guard from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 24, Jada Hood. And senior forward from Glenwood, Tennessee, number 30, Sophie Roston. Head coach of the Lady Bucks is Eddie Lease. The assistant coach is Leighton Westmoreland. Tiger Nation, let me hear you! Junior forward from Auburn, Alabama, number 2, Audrey Winfrey. Junior guard from Marmaduke, Arkansas, number 30, Heidi Robinson. Junior forward from Fernando, Mississippi, number 32, Abby Harrison. And senior guard from Bologna, Arkansas, number 22, Lady Mears. The head coach of the Washita Tigers is Callie Hill. The assistant coaches are Brent Hickbutt and Greg Rowe. This evening's officials are Bernie Murray, Herb Burrow, and Melissa Mitchell.
Then at the other guard position, number 14, Chloe Crawford, senior out of Toledo, Ohio. Then Valencia McFall, junior out of Biloxi, Mississippi. And then in the front court, that's number 24, Jada Hood, graduate student out of St. Paul, Minnesota. And then number 30, senior Sophie Roston out of Brentwood, Tennessee. For the Lady Tigers, you've got out there Lainey Mears, Heidi Robinson, Audrey Winfrey, Brooke Smith, and holding down the middle is Abby Harrison, the 6'2 junior out of Hernando, Mississippi, playing a team from the area where she grew up, as Hernando is in the Memphis area. After the Audrey Winfrey air ball, it is Lady Buccaneer ball, still 0-0. Looking up on the outside. Crawford looking around. She's got Hood. Jada Hood taking it right. In the corner, and Lamani Owens gets the first score of the game. They're going to count that one for 2, saying she had her foot on the line.
Owens is not someone we've seen very much of yet this season, only getting less than 40 minutes playing time overall in the 4 games combined for Christian Brothers.
And that one's tied up, and Lamani Owens is going to gain her team possession after the possession arrow is going towards the girls in black. Washita still trailing 2-0. Taking the ball down is Jada Hood.
Now this Washita team is someone who has not played a competitive match in nearly 2 weeks, since before Thanksgiving break. Christian Brothers, they managed to get an exhibition against a higher D1 school, but neither team managed to get a lot of practice, so we're going to see a bit of shaking off of that rust from these Lady Tigers.
And that that shows there as Crawford knocks down the 3 and makes it a 5-point lead for CBU. That one passes tip, Lainey Mears has it. And after what looked to be a steal, foul is quickly called. That one going on Lamani Owens, and quickly going out Audrey Winfrey, and coming in for her Samantha Watson for her first action tonight. Brooke Smith, she's taking it out. Mears, she's got a wide open 3. And Lainey Mears, she's gonna put her team on the board for the first time tonight with the 3 on the left side.
You cannot leave Mears open from 3 there. She shoots 69% from 3 on the season. Truly a knockout sharpshooter.
And the pick and roll action, no good on the left-handed layup. Ball bounced around. That one's gonna be tipped last by the Lady Buccaneers, and Washita is going to retake possession here.
What we saw at the start there, a bit of a shaking of the rust, as I like to call it, but we're starting to see the Lady Tigers team we have come and grown accustomed to this season.
And so far, Washita having a little bit of trouble with that trap in the half court. But as this game goes on, you keep seeing that trap. Washita will look to try to beat it. And Abby Harrison, that one's taken away, bobbled around. Brooke Smith goes up with it, swatted back by Roston. And just a lack of awareness there, and the shot clock is going to go off. Washita unable to get a shot up. Just not a very pretty possession there for the Tigers.
We're seeing very fast-paced defense, very heavy and intense pressure. I'm wondering if the Lady Buccaneers can keep this up for the entire night. If not, we might see a shift in the defensive focus here for this Christian Brothers team.
Crawford, she's going to take it from deep. That one off the front of the rim, bobbled around again. Rebound taken by Roston. She's still got it, and they're going to say it's a tie-up. Jump ball, this time possession in favor of Ouachita, and the Tigers are going to escape there without letting the Lady Buccaneers get on the board again.
Well, we saw there from Roston was once again very, very aggressive play, but we saw it did not go in her favor that time. That could be a sign of things to come. This Buccaneers team has been very strong up front. They're getting tired, I can tell.
And not watching her feet there is Abby Harrison, and that's going to be called a walk. Score still holding at 5-3 in favor of CBU as we tick just below 6:45 remaining in the first quarter. And the deep shot there by Hood is no good. Ouachita going fast the other way. Here's Samantha Watson. Nice spin move into the middle of the key. Whistle blown. And they're going to call that one a foul. Ouachita's going to take it under the basket. Just under 6:30 remaining in the quarter. Abby Harrison has it at the elbow. Brooke Smith sizing up her defender, whistle blown, she's going to the line. And Smith, a few problems in the paint so far today, but finally gets the whistle, and she's going to try to get her first points in the game here from the stripe. First one is no good. Brooke Smith looking to knock down the second one here. And she knocks down the second one, and that trims the Lady Buccaneer lead to just one. Once again, here's Jada Hood. Crawford on the right side. The shot by Roston, no good. And good effort there by Lainey Mears, keeping it in bounds, Ouachita possession.
What we've seen from those last three possessions now from the Lady Buccaneers is some poor shot selection. That's what got them in trouble in that last matchup against this same Tigers team. Let's see if they continue to struggle with that today.
Whistle blown, and it's going to go back the other way. Heidi Robinson had a good-looking three-point shot there, but the whistle is blown before she took it. And so this score, very low scoring up to this point, only 5-4 as we near the first media timeout of this game. Here's Hood screaming at her team.
I think there was a lack of communication there. Wood clearly frustrated there.
Mathit, she's got Crawford on the outside, and Crawford knocks that one down. And CBU is going to end the scoring drought between both teams. Heidi Robinson, she's going to try to respond, and she can. What a shot by Heidi Robinson. And the Tigers now, their only field goals of the game have come from deep. Jada Hood inside, that one rattles out for her. Heidi Robinson taking it the other way. Lainey Mears, wide open lane to the bucket, whistle blown. And the foul is going to go on number 4, Nyapar Mathit.
Already we're seeing some of that intense and aggressive style of play from the Lady Buccaneers get them in trouble. Already 4 fouls on the night for the Buccaneers.
And folks, we've got an exact media timeout. Clock sits at 5 minutes, and we'll be right back with you here from Bill Vining Arena on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
To be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
if you've been injured. Contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we and more will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to Lady Tiger basketball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Here live from Bill Vining Arena as Ouachita trails by 1, 7-8 here in this matchup versus Christian Brothers. And in this one, Phil, we've seen a lack of shot making, but both teams still fighting hard.
Absolutely. We see overall neither team shooting very well from the field so far. Christian Brothers at 37.5%, and of course I say neither team shooting very well, but Ouachita is shooting 50% from the field tonight. But we have not seen as many shots as we'd like to see, only 4 for the Tigers compared to 8 for the Lady Buccaneers. It's interesting, it kind of seems like the roles are somewhat reversed from the last time we saw these two teams go out. Ouachita won that matchup 61-36.
And one thing you've seen from Christian Brothers in this game as Lainey Mears knocks down her first of 2 free throws is they've been really good at getting in the passing lanes and disrupting the Lady Tiger attack and just working like Santa's elves to get in the way of passes and forcing 4 turnovers in this one as Lainey Mears knocks down them both, giving Ouachita their first lead of the night.
Well, I guess if they are Santa's elves, that would make their head coach, Addie Lees, in her 2nd season, Chris Kringle, here tonight.
And looking on the outside for 3, McFall. That one does not fall for her. And Samantha Watson back the other way.
Watson, always a good player coming off the bench for the Tigers, really bringing some energy here tonight.
Abby Harrison, she's got it just behind the 3-point line. She's going to take it down, no good off the back of the rim. Ouachita leading by 1. McFall's taking it down the court. Owens, and she tried to get McFall there on the pick and roll, but just the pass flies a little bit too high. And Ouachita keeps possession as CBU is going to be notched for their first turnover tonight.
Something that's somewhat rare for the Tigers is a lower assist-to-turnover ratio. Normally we see a 1.2 assist-to-turnover ratio. That means for every 1.2 assists, there is a turnover. That's a fairly good ratio. A few too many turnovers for the Tigers tonight.
And Lainey Mears, she's going to get the floater to go. Lainey Mears heating up, and she really has been that momentum player for Ouachita this season. When she gets hot, the rest of the team is soon to follow. And so far, she's got 7 in this game and leading her team by a wide margin. Taking it down, here's Davis. Davis throws it up. She's going to go to the line 4-2. Foul called on the floor, excuse me. But that one does go on Mears. That's Mears' first foul of the game, the first team foul.
And already we're starting to see a few of those bad habits creep in for the Lady Buccaneers. Not shooting nearly as well as they were at the beginning of this game. Still having 8 points on the board. Definitely not a bad performance, but they have taken many more shots than the Tigers, despite being in the deficit here.
And Jada Hood tried to get the connection there with number 12, Sequoia Carroll. Carroll just unable to fully grasp the ball. And Ouachita's going to take that 3-point lead down back the other way.
I think we're starting to see Ouachita kind of get into their rhythm here tonight, kind of playing a lot more confident than they were at the beginning of that game.
Samantha Watson, she's got it, driving it towards the middle. Floater with the left hand, no good. Grayson Fairless rebound, that one swatted back the other way. Here's running now, here's Suni Davis. She's gonna pull up from 3, and that one rattles out for her. They're gonna say that was tipped by Fairless. So CBU retains possession here Fairless is going to head to the bench. And coming in for her, sophomore Brooke Smith. Here's Lipscomb. Over to Crawford. Crawford pulling it up from the stripe, and that one misses everything. Chloe Crawford, that's her first miss from inside the arc today.
And that is going to bring the field goal percentage for the Lady Buccaneers down below 30%. That's right around where they sit on the season. Overall, shooting just 21% from the field. We're definitely starting to see that old habit creep in, and after a fast start, things are slowing down tonight, folks.
Lady Mears no good, but rebound by Babel keeps it with the girls in white. Winfrey, that shot is swatted. Great defense there by Roston, and here's Christian Brothers with the ball. This game still continues to be the slugfest that it started out as. Only 19 points scored between both teams so far. And what a play there by Sequoia Carroll. The junior out of Junction City, Louisiana, just working hard and putting it in the basket. Great play by her. Here's Mears, nice cut. Brooke Smith gets it to Watson, but slows it down just a little bit.
Good vision there by Smith to try and get the ball to an open Watson, just a bit ahead of the ball there.
Babel, good find, but Watson unable to convert. Crawford, she's got it 2-on-1 on the left side. Jada Hood. And they're going to say foul called on the screen. That one's going to go on Babel. Babel just wanted to run straight through Sequoia Carroll, and Carroll is able to draw the foul there. And now going to the bench for the Lady Tigers, Joey Babel and Lainey Mears, and coming in for them for the first time tonight is Caden Porter, and then back out for them is Heidi Robinson.
Sequoia Carroll, a player for the Lady Buccaneers, normally getting a bit less playing time than she's gotten tonight. Always a hustle player. She's leading the team in steals, averaging 1 per game so far this season.
Jada Hood, she's going to chuck that one up. No good off the back of the rim. Caden Porter, she's going to lead the offense. Heidi Robinson on the left side. Brooke Smith, what a find, and finds Heidi Robinson for a donut down low.
I have to say, that assist was splendid.
It sure was, as taking it down. What a swat by Harrison. Ouachita now, 15 seconds left. They've got the shot clock turned off. They're gonna call that one a kicked ball, and with 13.3 seconds remaining in the quarter, Ouachita is gonna look to expand their lead by just a little bit more tonight.
We're seeing a lot of hustle from this team. They struggled a bit to get started early in this game, but we have already seen them recover. Momentum is swinging their way. Let's see if they can continue.
Clock ticking under 10. Here's Harrison. No good. CBU, they've got 3 seconds. The heave. And that one no good at the end of the quarter. And heading into the first of 3 breaks today, Ouachita leads 13-10 here at Bill Vining Arena here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena here for some more women's basketball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. That first quarter, no lack of missing for either team as we sit at a 13-10 lead for Ouachita in this slugfest of a matchup versus Christian Brothers. And Phil, one thing we have seen though is some high effort plays on defense. So talk a little bit more about what we've seen tonight.
Well, both teams have played well beyond their normal capacity on defense. Christian Brothers specifically, normally only getting a steal and a block per game. They're already at that steal measure, but they are at 3 blocks so far this matchup.
And Jada Hood is going to put herself on the board for the first time tonight as she knocks down this 3 and evens this one up at 13 apiece. Heidi Robinson now, she's got Harrison on the roll down low. Abby Harrison going up with it, and she's going to get whistled for the travel. And now Christian Brothers with the opportunity to take back the lead with 9.5 minutes left to go in this second period of play.
This Lady Tigers team is playing a little sloppy today. It's clear they had their fair share of turkey this weekend. Let's see if they can shake off a bit of that break.
And the steal, Samantha Watson, she's got 2 on 3. And just great hold up there by Owens to keep Watson from turning that into some easy points. And now it's 5 on 5 once again. Lady Tigers passing it around on the perimeter. Here's Harrison, handoff to Watson. She's immediately met by McFall. Deep 3, no good by Robinson. And going the other way is Christian Brothers.
An unusual missed 3-point shot for Robinson. She's still 50% on the night, but she's only taken 2 attempts so far. We'll hope to see a few more from her going her way tonight.
And it looks like a foul away from the play there. It's going to stay in possession of the Lady Buccaneers. And taking it out for them will be Suni Davis, the junior out of Fort Worth, Texas, transferred from Colorado School of Mines. Here's Jada Hood. She picked up her first score of the game just a couple minutes ago at the beginning of this quarter. Crawford, step back 3, no good off the right side of the rim. Rebounded though. Trying to get around Harrison, no good. Way to not foul there by the 6'2 junior. Going the other way, girls in white. In the corner, Samantha Watson, she's got space, taking it inside. And that one is a foul. That one going to be whistled on Carroll. On the floor, Ouachita takes it out of bounds. That's 5 fouls already on the Lady Buccaneers. And that's going to send Carroll to the bench. Coming in for her, Sophie Roston.
Very good job by Harrison there to avoid a foul. You know, standing at 6'2", it can be difficult not to let yourself get in the way. Doing a great job there, Harrison.
Porter, she's got it right side. In the corner, Heidi Robinson. She had some room to go and she used it. And she's gonna put that one in the bottom of the net. Ouachita now leading 16-13, taking that lead right back. Crawford. Davis to Hood, and Hood says, I want that lead right back, and it's a tie game at 16 apiece. Jada Hood, the only scorer in this quarter for her team. She's got 6 in the quarter and 6 for the game.
Seems like both teams are saying what you can do, I can do better. Kind of going shot for shot here tonight.
Porter's floater's no good. CBU going the other way. McFall, she's guarded by Porter. Hand off to Hood, she's hot, and that time no good off the right side of the rim. Heidi Robinson now. Ouachita, they've been trying to run it quickly, but CBU has responded well to that fast pace so far.
Ouachita doing a good job of controlling the pace, but they have not yet been able to convert on that control.
Heidi Robinson hoping to make it a duel from deep at the top of the key there, just unable to get it to fall. Jada Hood guarded by Watson. Crawford, she's taking it in. Floater over Winfrey is no good. And here's Harrison.
Harrison demonstrating what the Tigers do best, and that is rebound. They've out-rebounded their opponent so far this season for an average of 41.5 to just 17.
And Winfrey on the drive going to draw the blocking foul. That one called on the floor. It'll remain Ouachita ball. A plethora of substitutions coming in the game for Ouachita. That's Lainey Mears, Grayson Fairless, and Brooke Smith is actually going to take the shooter. So the foul was not on the floor, it was on the shot. And then coming in for Christian Brothers, number 12, Sequoia Carroll.
And that's 6 fouls already for Christian Brothers. They have doubled the foul total of the Lady Tigers team. If they're not careful, they're going to get into the bonus soon.
And Winfrey, that shot rattles around and out. Audrey Winfrey looking for her first points of the game.
Rare to see Winfrey wait this long to score. Normally averaging 15 points on the season. She's the leading scorer for this squad, but she has just 1 point on the night.
And Brooke Smith comes in, and then also a welcome addition to this roster, Madeline Tipton. She's been battling an injury recently, so her out on the court is good news for this Lady Tiger squad.
Tipton, kind of a jack of all trades. She's averaging 8 assists and 3 rebounds on the season. While she doesn't contribute much on the scoreboard, she sure can give you a hustle play.
And Tipton was the second leading scorer on Ouachita last year, and so she was expected to be one of the top scorers on the team this year. And just with that injury against Champion Christian just a few weeks ago, it's good to see her back out on the court and healthy after what was very fortunately a short recovery process for her. And now heading to the line is Sequoia Carroll, the transfer out of West Texas College, is looking for her 3rd and 4th points of the game, and she's going to take number 3 there.
Carroll's been one of the most active players for this Lady Buccaneer squad. She already has 4 rebounds on the night, as she is somewhat of a leader on this team.
Here is Heidi Robinson. She's leading Ouachita tonight in points with 8. Brooke Smith looking on the left side. She's got Mears. And they're going to say she traveled on that one. A costly error for her, and that's 6 turnovers tonight for Ouachita. Christian Brothers now has the ball and the lead, looking to expand on that here.
Sort of a upside down here tonight, as we've seen Christian Brothers doubling the fouls of Ouachita, but Ouachita has doubled the turnovers of Christian Brothers, something that we rarely see from this Tiger squad.
Hood, she's got Davis, guarded by Tipton. Shot clock ticking down. Davis has to pull up, no good, does not touch the rim. And that one's called a shot clock violation. And that's the media timeout here in the second quarter. Ouachita trails 18-17 with 4:47 remaining in the second quarter. We'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And welcome back here to Bill Vining Arena for some more women's basketball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And recently, Ouachita students coming back from Thanksgiving, trading in their meals for the week for mistletoe for the upcoming Christmas season. And now these Lady Tigers trying their best to go into what looks to be a long road trip ahead of them. Not too many games at home for the remainder of this month. Trying to claim this one win in the Bill tonight. They trail by 1 to Christian Brothers, a team that they handled easily on the road just a week and a half ago. Here's Heidi Robinson looking to gain the lead back. Brooke Smith, floater on the left side, and it's good. That one finds the bottom of the net, and Brooke Smith is going to take her first field goal of the game.
And that's what the Tigers are going to need to do tonight. Slow down, play to their strengths, take their time on their shots, and they're going to make them. One thing that they've done well is forcing Christian Brothers to play quick, which they are not very favorable at, but this Tiger squad is playing a little too quick themselves as well.
Shots no good by Owens, but rebounded by the girls in black, and it's going to stay on this side of the court. Nice find there to Owens, and Owens, that one goes too far. Ouachita the other way. Robinson pull up, and she's good. That's 10 points for the junior, and she has really led her team this night, especially with the woes from the field for both teams.
Robinson demonstrating some Allen Iverson-like handles there. Kind of reminds me of the city of Philadelphia. I could go for a Philly cheesesteak tonight.
And Owens, that one is swatted. Sent back the other way as Ouachita sends it out of bounds, and Christian Brothers takes back possession. Some substitutions for Christian Brothers. Coming in is Sophie Roston, and for the first time tonight, number 15, Sunishka Kardik. Kardik, the junior out of Bangalore, India, transferred from Independence Community College. Shot clock goes off, but Ouachita's taking it the other way. Heidi Robinson, she's got space. Slows it down just a little bit.
Tigers doing a good job those last 2 possessions to force a shot clock or a near shot clock violation from the Lady Buccaneers. This is what we saw them do in the last matchup, is prevent any clean and easy shots from the Lady Buccaneers, and it has worked so far.
And Brooke Smith is good on the turnaround jump shot there, and she has the past 2 scores for the Lady Tigers.
And I would have loved to be in that huddle during that media timeout. Coach Kylie Hill seems to have lit a fire underneath this Tigers team.
The drive by Crawford, and that one, she had a clean look at it, but it goes off the right side of the rim. Heidi Robinson leading her team into the half court. Lainey Mears. Tipton's gonna square up from deep, and she finds the bottom of the net. Madeline Tipton. What a shot from deep, and with 2 minutes left in this quarter, that's gonna be enough for head coach Addie Lees to want to talk to her team. We're gonna stay right here and just talk about this fire we've seen lit under this Ouachita team since the media timeout. We went into that timeout, Ouachita trailing by 1. They now lead by 8. Phil, what have you seen from this team?
Well, we've talked about it all night. This team has controlled the pace. They've done a good job of that. They have slowed down to a level that's favorable to them. They were playing a little too fast ahead of the ball earlier. They were getting ahead of themselves. They've managed to slow down, play on their own terms, and they've really forced the Lady Buccaneers to kind of be on the back foot. They're playing reflexively, and it's not turning out too well for them as they failed to score in that break, or in that bit between media timeout and the Buccaneers timeout.
And following the timeout, let's see what head coach Addie Lees' squad can do after being talked to. Here's Crawford. Whistle blown, it's going back the other way. That foul called away from the ball. And head coach Addie Lees wants to talk to the referee, not too happy with that decision. Nevertheless, Samantha Watson leads her team into battle, trying to take the first double-digit lead tonight.
And that's going to be 7 fouls on the night for Christian Brothers. They managed to slow down a little bit. That's actually going to be 8 now fouls for Christian Brothers. They managed to slow down a little bit in that last little break, but once again, we're seeing that foul bad habit start to come back.
Sophie Roston whistled for her first foul tonight. Like you just said, that's her team's 8th. And now, Ouachita still with an 8-point lead, but even more momentum on their side, looking to take a double-digit lead. Lainey Mears wide open down low, and she's going to knock it up against the backboard and in. Ouachita leads by 10, a minute 20 left in this quarter.
And while we may have seen a fast start from Christian Brothers, statistically, Tigers have been a much better team tonight, and it's kind of starting to show now. The largest lead of the game so far.
And Crawford was trying to pass the ball to Cardick, but Cardick cut just a little bit too early, and then Crawford is whistled for the double dribble, and now some substitutions for her team. Jasmine Jones is going to jump into the game for the first time tonight, and then back in the game is Jada Hood.
Already we're starting to see a lot of that intensity wear off for Christian Brothers.
And Winfrey's pass is going to be just a little bit errant there, and ball going back the other way. The press proving to be lethal for Christian Brothers. They're going to try to shorten this Tiger lead before going into the locker room. And the 3 for McFall is going to fall. What a shot there by Valencia McFall. Lainey Mears says, give me that right back. Lainey Mears now, she's going to find herself with 12 tonight.
And these shots are going down for both teams. The Tigers in specific, though, 50% from 3 so far tonight.
No shortage of scoring in this final little bit. And that's going to be a walk on Samantha Watson. And now trailing by 8, Christian Brothers. 13.3 seconds left in the first half. Can they shorten this lead just a little bit more and head into the break with some confidence?
We see Jasmine Jones came into the game, and immediately we saw a lot of intensity from this Lady Buccaneers team.
Jones, open shot, knocks it down just inside the 3-point line, and that looks to be the final make of this half. Ouachita goes into the locker room. They lead 31-26. A slugfest of a first half. Scoring finally picking up just a little bit late into this one. But before we have with you some halftime stats, we're going to take just another break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Phil Bird, joined today by JT. JT, tell us a little bit about what happened in that first half. What did we see from the Tigers? What did we see from the Lady Buccaneers?
Well, coming off the start of the game, the Lady Tigers started off a little flat, only shooting 4 of 12 from the field. But their aggressive play style got them back right in the swing of things in the second quarter, shooting an overwhelming 7 from 10 from the field. And leading the way, we had some guards taking charge, Lainey Mears and Heidi Robertson. So a lot of guard play going today, 4 of 5 and 4 of 6 from those two ladies.
And speaking of Heidi Robinson, somewhat of a surprise tonight, as you said, bringing 10 points in the game, and then of course Lainey Mears doing well in that second quarter. Can we expect to see this from Robinson? Can we expect to see this style of play continue? She's been very, very aggressive. What do you expect?
I think so, man. She's a good young woman that's been a part of this program for a little while now, and she suffered some injuries on her time here, but every time she's healthy and ready to go, she does just that, man. I call her my superstar when I see her around school, and she does just that when she steps out on the field. Anytime she lets it fly, I'm sure it's going in.
And we've talked a lot about the Tigers, but the Lady Buccaneers got out to a very fast start tonight. As you said, Ouachita managed to slow them down. One thing we saw was an aggressive play style. Can we expect head coach Addie Lees to continue that? It seemed to cause a lot of fouls in that first half.
Yeah, it seemed to cause a lot of fouls, but I believe that their aggressive play style is exactly what they're going to come out and do in the second half, especially like on their offensive side. They shot a lot of shots. Not shooting very well from the field, but the shots are falling because of how many they're taking. I expect they're going to come out and do the same exact thing in the second half to try to keep the game within perspective with the Tigers.
Yeah, and like you said, Christian Brothers somewhat struggling on their field goal percentage tonight and their three-point percentage, 31% from the field and 33% from three. Will we expect to see a little bit better shot selection from this Lady Buccaneers team, or as you said, are they just going to keep on shooting?
I think just because these teams played each other not too long ago, actually, and what the lopsided score was there, that the Buccaneers are planning on tonight to get up as many shots as they can to just try to stay in the game with the Tigers. So I think we'll see more of the same coming out in the second half.
And speaking of the Lady Buccaneers, who are some leaders we've seen from that team tonight? Obviously, we have a different score than we did the other night. The Lady Buccaneers almost having as many as they had the entire night last time these two teams matched up. What players have really made the difference for this team?
They've got a good amount of players taking shots tonight, but the ones that are leading the way right now are Chloe Crawford and Jasmine Jones. They don't have very many points, but they have made the most shots on tonight for their team. They're shooting pretty well. At least Jasmine Jones is. But Chloe Crawford has only shot 2 for 7, but she's made some free throws as well, and she's put up some good shots for her team.
Absolutely, and overall, what we've seen from both these teams is a style of play we're not used to seeing. A lot of turnovers for this Tiger squad. What can we expect to change in the second half?
Hopefully we do come out and slow down and realize that we don't have to try to play as fast as Christian Brothers is playing on tonight. They're trying to control the game with that fast pace, and it's got us a little bit out of our mojo and our mode. Hopefully we come out and slow it down and play the basketball we usually play, and I think we'll be just fine.
Yes, absolutely. Well, JT, thank you for joining us here tonight. I know we've had you on the cameras, so it's good to have a little bit of a change of pace. Our current score, 31-25 in favor of your Ouachita Tigers. I'm Phil Bird, that's JT, and you're on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We are back after halftime, just 2 minutes before we start back up with some more action. Ouachita leading 31-25 over the Christian Brothers Lady Buccaneers. And Phil, like you and Jeremiah Turner talked about at halftime, you know, you see two teams that are playing really hard, and you've seen some really good defense, but not a lot of scoring to start out, but then picking it up in that second quarter. So what do you expect to see in this third quarter by both teams responding to what was a pretty much slugfest of a first half?
Well, we saw a lot of shots go up for both teams. We may have saw a lot less scoring, but Christian Brothers shot a lot. They shot 29 times in that first half. Of course, they only made 9 shots overall. And that's something that we're used to seeing from the Lady Buccaneers, taking a lot of shots. They're trying to get as much up as they can. They're fine with a bad shooting percentage as long as they're able to score. But tonight, Ouachita kind of taking a bit of a slower approach than they're used to, and it seems to have been working late in that second quarter. Early on, they were being rushed. They were playing on a pace that they're not used to, beyond their own terms. What we started to see late that started to work for the Tigers was slowing the ball down, playing at their own pace. They controlled the game very well, and it brought them to a 6-point lead, my apologies, tonight. And so I think what we're going to see from the Tigers is trying to continue that pace, trying to make sure they're not playing too fast, they're playing to their strengths. Meanwhile, the Lady Buccaneers need to try to bring back that energy they had early in the game. They managed to kind of put the Tigers on the back heel. They need to take control back of the game.
And Ouachita very nearly took a double-digit lead into halftime, but a good run to finish out the second quarter put Ouachita up by only 6 going into this second half. And now the Tigers handled the Lady Buccaneers easily in Memphis just a few days ago. And so in this game, looking to do just the same is head coach Kylie Hill's team as the girls step out on the court. Now, looking at both of these teams, you've really seen Lainey Mears and Heidi Robinson be the two main girls for Ouachita. Lainey Mears wearing number 22, Heidi Robinson wearing number 30. And then for Christian Brothers, it's been a plethora of players led by the efforts of Chloe Crawford and Jada Hood. As the ball's passed in, here we go with the second half here at Bill Vining Arena. And that one's stolen quickly by Hood. She's got it all the way, tries to get over Smith, no good. Foul called late. Called on the shot. Jada Hood going to head to the line for the first time today.
And just there we see quick play is going to benefit this Lady Buccaneers team if they can manage to keep it like that, keep the Tigers on the back foot. Like we said before, this game is going to come out favorable for them.
Hood, no good on the first, knocks down the second. That shortens the Lady Tiger lead to just 5. And going the other way is Ouachita. Robinson to Mears. Mears to Smith. Smith, she was looking at Harrison. Harrison didn't have her eyes up, and Crawford with the steal. Chloe Crawford, good steal there by the senior. She finds McFall on the inside, doubled to Roston. That one's off the back of the rim, contention for it in the air. Brooke Smith gets the rebound.
And Smith kind of making up for that turnover earlier there Good job on the hustle for the rebound there. This team definitely playing very fast pace, definitely hustling good. They need to take care of the ball a little better, though.
Harrison backing down Crawford, and with the mouse in the house, Abby Harrison gets the job done.
And just what we saw there, they forced the Lady Buccaneers to slow down, and they managed to miss their shot. If they can make them slow down and take fewer shots, the Tigers can come out on top this one.
Jada Hood looking for a way around Lainey Mears. Owens. They've got to get a shot up. 4 on the shot clock. Hood fading corner 3 is no good, and that one stolen quickly by Owens. And that one going off the hands of Lamani Owens, and nearly got another steal for her team there.
And Owens really wanted that to be called out on Heidi Robinson there. I think it's a good call by the refs, but that's going to end up Ouachita's ball.
Watson, she's trapped. Good way to pass out of there. Abby Harrison finds herself wide open down low. And that is the risk you take when you're trying to trap at half court. You're going to leave someone open, and Abby Harrison there finds herself dead open with no one around her.
And that's something the Tigers have struggled to maintain tonight, is how to beat the trap there. And they managed to do it here tonight, here in that play. If they can continue to take care of the ball, play at their own pace, this could really be good.
Abby Harrison picking up her first block of the game. Crawford, that shot rattles out.
You see the Tigers now letting Heidi Robinson take the ball up the court, something we're not used to seeing, but Robinson really has led the way for this team tonight. Truly incredible play from the junior.
Harrison trying to get around Roston. She's gonna put it up, and that one goes down. Abby Harrison heating up just a little bit. She's got the last 6 points for Ouachita.
And that also just happens to be her only 6 points of the game, coming in the last 6 points. Truly a hot hand from Harrison.
And Owens, she was looking for the pass into Hood. The pass is deflected, and she tried there to get the ball right back, and that one just called a foul on the junior.
We saw the official not very happy with Owens there. Definitely a fast play. The officials not afraid to whistle for tough play there.
Lainey Mears, she has 12, gets around Owens. Lady Tigers passing it around. Mears gets it into Harrison. Post spin, no good, fouled on the play. Abby Harrison looking to expand what has been a amazing third quarter with points number 7 and 8 in the quarter and the game today.
Harrison, one of the tallest players on this Tigers squad, standing at 6'2", definitely using her height to her advantage here tonight.
First shot is good from the stripe, Abby Harrison. She's got 7 tonight and 7 in this quarter. She also has 4 rebounds, a steal, and a block, just making an impact on all parts of the court as that one falls. Abby Harrison 2 for 2 from the line.
And statistically, the free throw seems to be the only place the Lady Buccaneers have an advantage here tonight. They are 3 for 4. Of course, they've shot quite a bit fewer than the Tigers. Tigers 6 for 8 now.
Kurdick passed out, and that one no good by Suni Davis. Ouachita the other way. Joey Babel. Whistle blown away from the ball. Foul called on, looks like Aaliyah Washington, the junior out of Monroe, Louisiana. That's her first foul of the game. Excuse me, that's her second foul of the game. Ouachita taking it in.
wow, Samantha Watson was wide open there.
Mears. Shot clock ticking down. Back to Harrison. And the well of Abby Harrison has yet to run dry in this quarter. The shot does not fall, but she's got 2 more opportunities at the line.
And Abby Harrison definitely trending in the right direction here tonight. Manages to get another one to go there. And honestly, I was kind of afraid that that wasn't going to end her way. The shot clock was ticking down. The Christian brothers getting into foul trouble once again. That's their 4th of the half of the quarter so far. My apologies. Definitely seemed to kind of bail out Abby Harrison there.
Harrison goes 0 for 2 at the stripe, contrary to what she did last time she was out there, so she's 2 for 4 on the game. Davis looking in the corner. Here's Kartik, passes it over to Hood. Kartik driving baseline, foul called on Watson. That is Watson's first foul of the game, her team's 6th tonight.
Interesting, only 6 on the night for the Tigers. Lady Buccaneers almost have that many just tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some coal in their stocking this year.
And no foul called on the play as Sequoia Carroll taking some time to get back up. Winfrey, she's wide open and she sinks it.
Winfrey having an unusually slow night tonight. Let's hope that can be a measure for what the rest of this half is going to be for her. Normally leading the team with 15. That's just her 4th point of the night.
And another perfect media timeout. The early blues for Ouachita has now turned into a great run in this 3rd quarter, and now at this media timeout, Ouachita leads 42-26 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
And welcome back here to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter here at Bill Vining Arena, and Ouachita has jumped out to a 42-26 lead here in this 3rd period of play over Christian Brothers. The Lady Buccaneers have yet to make a field goal in this half, hoping to change the tides here. Here's Kardik. She's going to pull up inside the 3-point line, and that one is not true.
While that may not have been true, one thing surely is the Tigers are red hot so far this half.
And there you see Lainey Mears, no good on the 3, and Jada Hood taking it back the other way. And that shot, no good for Aaliyah Washington. Winfrey on the inside, no good, but they're going to call a foul on Suni Davis. And Winfrey, she'll be heading to the line. But that's going to send us to another timeout. So Ouachita leading 42-26. before this one, and with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, we'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
In the number 2 position on our top 30 countdown this week, here's In Your Hands. Hey, are you trying to kill us both?
What?
Are you aware that on average there are almost 10 texting and driving deaths each day?
No, that's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, so don't do it. The text can wait.
Thanks.
Anytime. And now...
Remember, the text can wait.
And after the double media timeout, Ouachita still leads 42-26. 55 seconds ticking off the clock before the referees decide it's time for yet another long break. Audrey Winfrey now hoping to take the cap off the basket with these 2 free throws, as in the past minute, neither team has found the bottom of the net. Winfrey no good off the back of the rim on that first free throw. She's only 1 for 3 on the night, but last time she went to the line, she made 1 and missed 1. Hoping to do that here on the second free throw. That one's good. That one's up and good. Audrey Winfrey. She's got 5 tonight, and taking it the other way, that's Suni Davis. Cardick driving on Robinson, puts it up, whistle blown, Cardick goes to the line.
Robinson leaving her hands in the air there, trying to demonstrate to the referees. It wasn't a foul, I'm just in the way.
Substitution for Christian Brothers coming in, number 11, Jasmine Jones, and number 1, Lamani Owens. Owens, she's got 3 fouls, still with a little under 14 minutes remaining in this one. She's gonna have to play safely if she wants to stay qualified in this one. Second free throw is good, and Cardick shortens the Ouachita lead to just 15 now here at Bill Vining Arena.
And Cardick only her first and second points on the night. So we see once again Christian Brothers bringing back some of that intensity we saw in the first half, trying to win again with some traps.
And Winfrey, she's got a clean lane to the basket, and she puts it up and in.
Winfrey, who was having a slow night, all of a sudden has 6 on the night, doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Cardick, she pulls up from deep, and that one off the right side of the rim. Babel going fast. She has Harrison wide open down low. Abby Harrison no good on the left hand, rebounded by Watson. Ouachita, though, using that off-balance play from Christian Brothers, but now they're going to slow it down.
And that looked like a foul to me. Surprised to see a ref not call that there.
Babel pulls up from the elbow. No good off the front of the rim. Joey Babel yet to score in this one, hoping to get her first points there. And Jada Hood runs straight through Samantha Watson, and the referee signals, hey, you can't do that. Samantha Watson drawing the charge. And right there, Phil, that'll get you some brownie points as you see Samantha Watson drawing the charge, and that's a great effort play there for the junior.
She gets a sugar cookie for that one.
Babel into Fairless, and the press breaker works to perfection. Grayson Fairless, an easy shot down low. Ouachita now knocking on the door of a 20-point lead. Hood no good, and Caden Porter the other way. She's got Babel wide open down low, and she puts it up and in. Joey Babel puts herself on the board for the first time tonight, and Ouachita is rolling now. 21-point lead with just over 2 minutes left in the third period.
Once again, a lot of contact on that layup. Good job by Babel to work through it, make the shot no matter what.
Suni Davis on Porter. Step back by Owens, and the style points for the junior. She finds it just inside the arc.
See Owens demonstrating some of that trendy Allen Iverson moves we've seen from multiple players here tonight.
And head coach Addie Lee's sitting on a platoon swap over there next to the scorer's table. Some substitutions coming. Fairless, though, a great spin move, just unable to get it to go. Good effort by Babel to keep it. Caden Porter with the three, and she puts it down. Caden Porter, the freshman out of Sheridan, Arkansas, puts herself on the board tonight.
And that's 3 times in a row we see the Tigers bringing a new person into the box score tonight. It was Babel, then Fairless, and now Porter.
And now coming in for Christian Brothers, number 21, Valencia McFall. Number 12, Sequoia Carroll. Number 14, Chloe Crawford. And number 2, Amani Lipscomb. And for Ouachita, Brooke Smith, the lone substitution for head coach Kylie Hill. Lipscomb up top.
Ouachita playing with a bit of a different lineup here to finish off the third quarter.
Jada Hood, she pulls up from deep, and that one is true. The lead now just under 20 once again. Babel looks inside. Caden Porter. She's got 2 more and 5 on the night.
Once again, we're seeing Ouachita share the wealth here tonight. Almost every player that has played, with the exception of just one, managing to get on the stat sheet tonight.
Christian Brothers passing it around. Clock ticking down. 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Jada Hood continues this streak she's had from deep. And she's got 4 threes tonight. Shot clock ticking down. Porter, no good. That one's blocked by Hood to finish off the third quarter. And Ouachita is going to head to the huddle prior to this final quarter with a 54-36 lead over the Lady Buccaneers. And we are also going to head to just a little bit of a timeout. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back with you here at Bill Vining Arena on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena here for Ouachita women's basketball action. Lady Tigers lead 54-36, and there you see on your screen the Tiger volleyball team cheering on this Lady Tiger women's basketball squad. The volleyball team will be heading to St. Cloud, Minnesota on Thursday for the first round of the NCAA tournament, their first appearance all time in that tournament, and hoping to pull off the upset win after taking home the Great American Conference title just a week ago in Hot Springs.
And you love to see women supporting women here. What we've seen on the court, however, is the Tigers putting the beat down on the Lady Buccaneers.
And that is true, as Heidi Robinson has it, hoping to expand this lead. To Watson, to Robinson, to Fairless inside. The spin move, left hand, no good, but she's going to get 2 at the stripe.
Fairless been somewhat of a breath of fresh air for the Tigers, not getting much playing time in the first half. Really making a mark in the second half, though. going for her third and fourth points here tonight. Really breathe some life into this offense.
And Fairless, that one rattles out for her first shot from the stripe, hoping to shrug that one off and pick up the point here. And Fairless is going to put the first point on the board in this final quarter. Taking it the other way is Amani Lipscomb. Jada Hood, no good off the right side of the rim, gets her own rebound and puts it up and in. Jada Hood has been the lone bright spot for this Lady Buccaneers team tonight. She's got 15, leading all scorers tonight.
Jada Hood already ahead of her season average, averaging 12.3 points overall in the season, having herself a very good night here tonight. The rest of her team can't seem to catch up, though.
And they're going to whistle that one a foul on Chloe Crawford. The senior not too happy with the call, hoping that she would gain the jump ball, but nevertheless, the guard out of Toledo, Ohio, is going to pick up her first foul of the contest. Now taking it out for Ouachita, freshman Caden Porter. She's got 5, all of those points coming in that third period of play.
Refreshing to see a freshman getting some playing time, but overall in this late in the third quarter and into the fourth here tonight, we've seen very, very different squad for this Tigers. Most of the starters getting a breather on the bench here tonight.
And a lack of communication there between Robinson and Watson is going to send the ball the other way. Christian Brothers, they trail by 17, hoping to shorten that here. Lipscomb, she's looking inside. Nice active hands by Fairless, and Ouachita goes the other way.
What was at one point a dark spot for the Tigers has turned into a bit of a bright one. Tigers struggled a lot with turnovers there in that first half, but now managing to flip the tables. And know how the turntables, they managed to get a steal there on that play.
And coming out is Crawford. Coming in for her is the junior Lamani Owens. Jump ball there. It's going back to Ouachita. Tigers passing it around, looking for something on the inside into Fairless. And she finds Mears, and Lainey Mears takes the open shot, and she does not pass those up often, and that time puts it down for 3 more. Ouachita picking back up that 20-point lead with just under 7 3/4 minutes remaining in this game.
Gave Lainey Mears an open shot, and she will make you pay. She's shooting 60% from 3 on the night, and believe it or not, that's below her season average.
Lainey Mears, just a symbol of efficiency in the Great American Conference this season. And here she is again with the ball. Over to Robinson. Into Mears. And they're going to say she traveled down low. She had a good find in Samantha Watson, but unable to get it to her. Substitutions for the Lady Buccaneers. That's Roston, Jasmine Jones, and number 3, Suni Davis back into the game. Just over 7 minutes left in the contest. Ouachita up by 20. The Lady Buccaneers, if they want any chance of coming back in this one, need a run. Foul away from the ball, and it's going back the other way.
And while we see some frustration from Addie Lees, the Lady Buccaneers coach, a bit of confusion on that foul call. One thing I want to point out, though, is just the crowd we got here tonight. When the Tigers play, their fans come out and support them. It's definitely showing here tonight.
And the steal by Jones, and she's got an open court, and she finds the bottom of the net. Jasmine Jones, another bright spot for this Lady Buccaneers team. She has had herself a night, yet to miss a shot. She's got 6. And that steal by Jones is enough to want more time for Kylie Hill. And so with that, We're going to stay right here and talk about what we've seen from both teams in this quarter. Kind of a lack of shooting for both sides. Ouachita with only 3 of the attempted field goals. Same for the Lady Buccaneers. Just almost a little bit of sloppiness from both teams. Phil, how does Ouachita close this one out, or how do the Lady Buccaneers come back in this?
Well, I've said it multiple times tonight, and I kind of feel like a broken record to an extent, but it has been true throughout the entire game. Whichever team is controlling the pace is the team that's going to have the momentum with them, that they're going to play well. As we saw, the Tigers managed to slow down the pace of the game. They slowed down quite a bit late in that third quarter and into the early fourth, and it served them quite well. They managed to rack up over a 20-point lead here tonight, one of the largest leads we've seen here tonight. But what we've also somewhat seen from the Christian Brothers is managing to take back control of the game, bring up the pace a little bit, and from that we've seen a bit of a slower play from both teams and a bit of a slowdown on that lead change. What once was really explosive Tiger offense has turned into a fair matchup here.
Ouachita also being the benefactor of a plethora of Lady Buccaneer fouls, as the team out of Memphis with 17, 3 players with 3 or more fouls in this one. Winfrey, that shot misses everything, and it's going to go out of bounds in possession of the Lady Buccaneers now. Ouachita only 7 fouls committed on the night, contrary to Christian Brothers 17. Something that has been a big factor in this one as Jones hands it off to Davis. And Jasmine Jones, she's yet to miss a shot. Still 4 for 4 from the field with 8 points. The senior out of Huntsville, Alabama, having herself a night in the time she's had out there. Mears, she's got Porter wide open on the inside, and Lainey Mears. That's 4 assists for the senior, leading the offense in scoring and in passing. 15 points to go with those 4 assists.
And that's the trouble you can get into when you play the style of defense that Christian Brothers is playing tonight, really trying to trap, trying to play somewhat of a zone, and it leaves some wide open spaces in the middle there.
Smart play by the freshman to slow it down. No need to play fast, especially with a big lead here. Mears' shot is blocked. And now substitutions for head coach Addie Lees. In for the Lady Buccaneers, that's number 2, Amani Lipscomb. Number 43, Emily Sawyer. And number 5, Sunishka Kardik.
First few minutes of the game for Emily Sawyer here tonight.
And that one's going to be a shot clock violation. Joey Babel unable to get a shot up in time. Now the Lady Buccaneers taking it back the other way. They trail by 18. They're going to need themselves a solid run if they want to put themselves back in contention for this game here at Bill Vining Arena. Jones. Guarded by Winfrey. Nice pass to Sawyer. And Sawyer unable to maintain possession of that one. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of CBU. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to need to get a shot up fairly quickly here. Fading 3 is no good for Lipscomb. Ouachita taking it back the other way. Winfrey gets the heave, but she's going to slow it down.
And that's been one of the most consistent defensive styles we've seen from the Tigers tonight. If they can manage to make the shot clock run out, they can manage to win this game. For every possession that the shot clock has run out for Christian Brothers, they have not been able to score.
And the follow by Winfrey, that's 9 for her. And they're just gonna say that Lipscomb was tripped there, so she falls to the ground and the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover for CBU. And now substitution. Jasmine Jones going to the bench, and off the bench for the first time tonight, that's Nyapar Mathit.
And interesting, Aubrey Winfrey with 9 points tonight. Somewhat of an off night for her, which seems weird to say with 9 points. That's a very good night for the average player, but Winfrey normally getting 15, only having 9 tonight. Sort of different from what we're normally seeing.
And Babel whistled for the double dribble. Under 4 left in this one. They've yet to have that media timeout. Davis, that one swiped by Mears. Players tripped up, foul called. And that foul goes on Mears. Loose ball foul for her. Some confusion between all the players, and head coach Kylie Hill sending in some subs. For the first time tonight, you're seeing freshman Ruby Trammell jump on the court, and then number 10 back in the game is Samantha Watson.
And obviously, we love to see freshmen able to get into this game. Ruby Trammell, the freshman out of Bergman, Arkansas.
And now back down the court. Here's Lipscomb. The time growing shorter and shorter for CBU to get themselves back into this one. Ouachita sitting on a 20-point lead. And that one whistled a charge on number 3, Suni Davis. And substitution for Ouachita, Brooke Smith in for Audrey Winfrey.
And I don't know if I've seen this many charging fouls in a game ever. 2 so far in this game. Definitely seems like a lot more, but we have seen quite a bit of aggression from Christian Brothers on offense here tonight.
And disaster avoided there for Ouachita as Ruby Trammell able to pick it up at half court. And that's another foul off the ball. You've seen a lot of off-ball fouls tonight. And that one called on yet another Ouachita player. And this one, the referees have definitely not held their whistles, as this game has been very foul-filled, as now 26 fouls have been called between both teams. Under 3 minutes left. Lipscomb with the ball. She's guarded by freshman Caden Porter. Lipscomb, right side, tries to lay it up, and right there you see Abby Harrison looking at the ball in the air and sending it right away. And now for the first time tonight, Caroline Dos Santos, the 6'5" giant out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, is going to step on the court. Dos Santos is a player that will be exciting to see her development this season. The transfer from South Plains College has no lack of stature, standing 6'5".
And as you can see, Dos Santos also wearing a brace on her knee. While she may be 6'5", she is struggling a little bit with that left knee. That maybe can explain why we've seen less of her tonight.
And Kardik, that shot's no good on the break. Ouachita quickly takes the rebound. Another foul called. And with 2:20 remaining in this one, that foul goes against Christian Brothers. That's 19. They're knocking on the door of 20 fouls tonight. Something you don't want to see if you want to win a game against the Ouachita Lady Tigers.
And as you said before, almost 30 fouls overall for both teams, but most of that coming from Christian Brothers here tonight.
Watson, her shot from the line is no good. She's got one more here. Samantha Watson has been quiet on the score sheet tonight. No points in this one, but that hasn't been for lack of effort. She's had 4 rebounds in this game, 5 rebounds with 2 assists. So she's made her impact off the stat sheet, as the 3 is good there for Mathit. Here's Watson. 2 minutes ticking off the clock now. Dos Santos. She's got it at the elbow. She's doubled. Caden Porter left wide open, top of the key. No good, but the rebound goes straight to Smith. Ouachita now with a new shot clock.
Interesting to see Dos Santos there, just towering over her opponent. She held the ball in the air and it kind of looked like keep away for a second. No player could get even a hand on it.
Watson's got Porter, and this time it's true. Caden Porter, no good from the top of the key on that first shot of the possession, but Porter able to respond, and she's got double-digit points in this game.
That'll put her in second in the stat sheet, right along there with Heidi Robinson, 10 points. The freshman getting her fair share of playing time here tonight.
And Porter, just the type of player that head coach Kylie Hill likes, a player that plays with a lot of effort on and off the ball. That shot no good. Shot clock violation, just under a minute in this one. And for the first time tonight, you're seeing head coach Kylie Hill send in all of his freshmen, as now Aubrey Henderson, the sophomore out of Jasper, Arkansas, is going to step into play. Ouachita sitting on a 20-point lead. Now with not too many more shot clock rotations left in this game.
And here tonight, we may be seeing a bit of a closer score than we saw last game, but nonetheless, Ouachita manages to score more than they did last time out against Christian Brothers. Christian Brothers just doing much better here today.
And shot clock is off, and here's Trammell. And Samantha Watson just gonna hold it for these final seconds here. Ouachita started off slow in this one, but it looks here that they're gonna come away with an 18-point win. Shots no good by Dos Santos. And that'll be it here from Bill Vining Arena. Your final score, 65-47 in favor of the home team Tigers. And Phil, tonight you saw a Ouachita team that had some early adversity, starting off unable to make too many shots, going into that first media timeout with just over 10 points, something that you don't typically see, and then just exploding in the second half, specifically that third quarter with 23 points to jump out to a massive lead, something that head coach Kylie Hill definitely had a part in that halftime break. And so, Phil, from this squad, what do you expect to see from them going forward, how they face up against that adversity?
Well, it can be easy to say that this was a poor play for the Tigers. They definitely didn't manage to put down Christian Brothers as easily as they did last time, but it's still an 18-point victory. Definitely a blowout in my book, and the Tigers still managed to score more tonight than they did last time out against this squad. 65 points compared to 61 last time. It can be easy to see the score and think it's a worse game, but truly the Tigers checked all the boxes here tonight. They managed to do well on the field goal percentage, 53%, 56% from three. As long as they can manage to control the pace of these games, they can truly manage to keep putting away opponents like this.
And the bright spot for the Lady Buccaneers, that's Jada Hood. She had herself a game from deep, shooting 4 from 8 for distance. She finished with 15 points, tying Lainey Mears to lead all scorers. But now switching over to Mears, just talking about the senior, you know, having a game that she's kind of used to at this point. 15 points, 3 for 5 from deep. Just peak efficiency here in the Great American Conference. And now as we switch over, we're going to, joining us now is head coach Kylie Hill. Coach Hill coming off his second straight win of the season against Christian Brothers. And welcome back, Coach Hill.
Man, how about them Tigers, baby?
Yes, sir. What a great game for both teams, but specifically your Lady Tigers started a little slow and just facing some adversity from the field, just unable to make shots in that first quarter, but then coming out of halftime, they just exploded on that fast break. Just talk about what you talked to your team in that break in the locker room and how they responded well through that.
Well, before I get to that part, I just want to say thanks to everybody who's here. I'm telling you, every time we can have a home crowd like this and continue to grow and grow and grow, because this team's going to get better and better and better. I just want to say I'm just so appreciative of that and people to come out. I know my dad and my sister are here on side, and that's a very rare occasion for me for my career, and I don't know what a massive blessing it is for them to be here to watch us play, and I'm just so thankful and grateful for that, for all the folks here. But in regards to your question, I think that one of the biggest things for us is we've had 14, almost 16 days off from playing a game, and so basketball is a rhythm and a pulse. You got to play sport, so to speak, and I think that was a big part of why we started off so flat from the beginning, because literally from the day we were supposed to play Florida Memorial on last Monday, the week before last week, last game we played was at Christian Brothers. That was on November the 29th. So that long layoff, our kids try to work on some things specifically in terms of a practice setting, but that competitive edge is kind of lost until you turn on the lights, so to speak. And so I think that once we kind of went through that initial dust off of the cobwebs, we were able to come out second quarter, kind of get our rhythm going, what we needed to get done. And then second half, some things that we had talked about at length in prepping for this game, we got very specific in areas because we didn't know how they were going to look to do certain things. And once we found out what they were going to do, we had our counter to it. So that's what happened. And I think that our efforts to get up and down the floor were tremendous. We made some, and we were able to play everybody tonight. I thought Abby Harrison played amazingly in the second half. Her efforts were just tremendous. She got up and down, got some power moves, had a little, what we talked about, a little bravado about her a little bit, and which was tremendous. I thought Lainey Mears played really well. I thought Sam Watson played some quality minutes, but I thought one unsung hero I thought that didn't play a lot of minutes but gave us a great spark, not only on the bench as a communicator, but also on the floor, was Madeline Tipton. Tip went down with a couple of injuries and then has fought her way back through rehab, and now she's in a situation, so she's hopefully we're going to have her fully healthy. So hopefully, knock on wood on that. But she played an amazing spark of pieces where she gave us some quick energy in that second quarter, and we were fortunate that we didn't have to utilize her in the second half. But I just think there were so many positive moments we had that we were able to correct some things, especially when the ball went up the hole. Our block-out ability in the first half, I hate to use the word atrocious, but it was pretty bad. And so the second half, we did a better job of that, of making them have to take rush shots and giving them one shot and out, which allowed us to get out and transition and go play.
And, Coach, one more player, if we're going to go through the roll call of just flowers to give for tonight. I want to talk about freshman Caden Porter. She just a great impact on the court. Just talk about just your underclassmen. You also talk about Brooke Smith being an underclassman as well. Just talk about what they've meant to your team, especially when you've got such a upperclassman-led squad.
Well, I just think that that's a combination of efforts there and a combination of that chemistry part, because when you have a freshman coming in, everything's new. This is the first time they've Ouachita, first time that first time they'd ever been on the road to Christian Brothers when we played there, first time we're going to go a lot of firsts. And so having an upperclassman who's been there, done that, and can kind of share those pieces and kind of say, okay, this is what you got to avoid, this is what you got to do. And I think that our juniors have allowed our freshmen, our sophomores to do that. I think that for Caden Porter, one thing that we noticed, we ended up, we actually practiced on Monday when that Florida Memorial game was not able to play. And then we actually come back and practice on Tuesday. And then we had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we came back and practiced twice Saturday. And Caden, probably of all of our kids, came back with an unbelievable level of focus. After every practice, we come back and we debrief as a staff. We evaluate some of the film pieces from that day. And for her, what you saw the second half for her, that's what we saw these last three practices, two on Saturday, one on Sunday. Even the shoot around today was really fantastic for her. So she's earning opportunity, and every time that they step on the floor, they're going to get more opportunities when they do stuff like that. And her chemistry, she sees the game, she feels the game. I think one of the things that I think is sometimes lost, that I think everything has a pulse. Everything has a heartbeat. And And Caden's one of those kids that's learned how to play, and she keeps you with a heartbeat. And some kids play, they give you arrhythmia, And so with those kids, you quickly take those kids and, hey, you need to sit next to me for a little while. That's kind of how my sister was when she played. She put people in arrhythmia every now and then. But hopefully she's listening on that, because that's a little dig right there on her side. But anyhow, I digress. But I just felt that Caden was tremendous today. I thought it was a great team effort for being so long. There was some little rust we had to knock off, but I just thought our efforts were really good. And then right out of the gate, they smacked us in the mouth, and we just kind of settled. We didn't kind of react. We just kind of kept going and played with, okay, what's next? And play possession by possession. That's what we're trying to teach this group. And for tonight, it's some parts were really, really ugly. But for us, we would rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss. And so that's the next stage. We're going to enjoy this for the next, literally, what time is it, my man? Next 4 hours, technically, at midnight, and we regroup. And now we've got to quickly shift because of this league. We open up conference play on Thursday, and at East Central, and on the road at that, versus Southeastern Oklahoma. So we've got to have everybody healthy, everybody ready to go, because those two teams that we've been watching, they're talented. They're really, really good, really well coached. And so we're going to have our hands full, and we'll see how it plays out.
And Coach, talking about coming out of non-conference play into that conference play, when the games start to matter just a little bit more, what lessons do you take from this non-conference play, those two matchups against Christian Brothers, that Champion Christian win, and even that exhibition against Texas A&M Texarkana? Just what lessons do you take from this team that has started to mold together into what looks to be close to a well-oiled machine?
Well, I appreciate those words. I appreciate that. The thing that lessons, we really work hard every time we practice and every time we play a game. We're always trying to hunt and find those lessons from pieces. What did we learn? That's a question we finish every practice. What did we learn? Every kid's got to answer that for me. And so what we're trying to create every time we play, every time that we are in a practice setting, we are trying to create compound interest. And if we can stack those positives up over and over again and pick those lessons, and there's multiple things we're trying to get. Can we get enough score stops? Can we get enough, string enough possessions together? And how did those occur? How did we make those happen? How do we repeat those things? Who's got to get certain touches? Where the ball has to be. I can go on and on with these lessons, but that's what we learn as we move along, and we get to position where, okay, what are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What do we have to be able to do? How are people going to expose things that are all part of what we're trying to accomplish? And so I think there's varied pieces of those lessons we go through, and they evolve through the year. And the better we're able to compound our interest, to make that work for us, and those kids who are able to learn that are the ones who are going to play a lot of minutes, because their ability to retain information and apply information allows us to move forward at a very high level of pace of play. And if we can do that, then every lesson becomes very valuable, good and bad.
Thank you so much, Coach Hill. And as the Lady Tigers head on the road later this week, they'll face up against East Central and Southeastern Oklahoma on Saturday. But for now,
before you head off, I forgot one last thing. I'm sorry. I get my wife is here. She was a rock star. But I also want to say hello to my son, Skylar Hill, who's been watching the game since he was born, and our daughter, who is in Charleston, South Carolina, who's watching games since before she was born, probably, because she was 9 months. She was basically, when she was born, she was 3 months old, and she was on a charter bus going with us traveling. So I want to say hello to those, because they're all watching our games. Everybody out there, go Tigers.
Yes, and for the rest of you guys out there, thank you. We were happy to see you in Bill Vining Arena tonight, and thank you to head coach Kylie Hill for joining us. But for now, that has been the conclusion of the broadcast. Lady Tigers win 65-47 over the Lady Buccaneers of Christian Brothers. And we want to thank you once again for tuning in tonight to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Have a great night.
Go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auer.